Hello everyone, Mediocre Beast here, and today I am going to review McFarlane DC Multiverse Gold Label Collection Killer Croc. This one is from the Arkham Asylum games, but this is no ordinary Killer Croc. It's the glow in the dark edition. As you can see noted here, it's one of the authenticated limited editions out of the 5,400 pieces that were made. So I'm really excited to have this because I've never ordered anything that were limited editions. So it's a first time for me to have something that would be rare, and I'm happy that I ordered this. I pre-ordered it at GameStop Canada, and I think it's still there in stock. If you wanted to buy, you could place an order right now. This was newly released, so you should be able to find it, I suppose. On the back, you see a graphic of Killer Croc from the game, and nothing on the sides, but it has this kind of like the glow in the dark paint scheme on the box. And the box was wrapped in plastic. I removed that because it was reflecting too much light. So let's unbox this. I don't think it's going to be too hard to unbox. Yep. If I open this up, there's Killer Croc. So here is Killer Croc standing proud outside of his box, and at first glance I'm really liking what I'm seeing here. This figure has a bunch of paint detail and it's looking really good. I missed out on the previous version of the Killer Croc, the regular one, and it was being sold on Amazon and eBay for over $100. It didn't make any sense for me to get that, but this one I got it for only $70 at GameStop, and it is special because it is one of the 5,400 pieces made, so it is limited edition, and it's also glow in the dark, so a win-win for me. And the figure itself, now that it's out of the packaging, you can see the details are amazing. You can see the face here is painted really neatly. He has that signature look from the game. The only gripe I would say is that he cannot open his mouth, the jaw. There's no articulation there. If they had an articulation point there, it would have been insane. But apart from that minor issue, I think the details on this figure is amazing. As you can see, the skin texture is so nicely done, and the paint, it genuinely looks like a crocodile. If a human were to transform into a crocodile, I would expect him to look this way. And the details on the back is also incredible. He has these restraints on his hands, the belts that connect to his some chains. We don't get the chains though, but we do get these, and there's paint details on there as well. These silver parts, these are the metallic points within these hand braces, and you can find them on both the hands. This hand is a fisted one, the other one is kind of like an open hand. He could have used some spare hands. We don't get that, but it's fine for me, I think. He has this piece of rope on his prison pants, and the pants also came out looking really nice, and there are some dirt and grime here near the feet because he crawls the sewers, so he's supposed to have these like dirty watermarks on his pants. So that's some nice details here. And the leg, as you can see, it's dirty, it's ugly looking, and he has these like claws on his feet, and they came out looking really nice, I think. So overall, I think the paint details are amazing. This figure, and it is heavy, it is sturdy. The build quality, I cannot complain about the build quality. So I'm really happy with how this figure came out. It doesn't come with a lot of stuff. It just has this standard issue display base. I'm not sure whether this logo here is glow in the dark or not. Usually these are not green. So since it is green, I don't know. I'll have to check. It also comes with this thing. I don't know what this is. This is a display base for the card, except this one is not a card. It is a certificate of authenticity. Okay, that's interesting. Glow in the dark edition certificate of authenticity. This one is figure 1687 out of 5400. That's nice. Okay. Even if it was not a limited edition, I would have gotten it because I wanted a Killer Croc badly. But it just makes it this much greater because it's a limited edition. So I won't complain. My card though, it has been bent on the top for some reason. I'm not sure why. And they have this display base for me to display the card in. So better than nothing, I guess. Let's take a look at Killer Croc's articulation now. So his face here, his head, it's limited by this chain shackle kind of thing that is on his neck. So you won't be able to look down. Looking up is also very limited. So the head tilting motion is very limited, but you can rotate the head from side to side. So you'll have to make do with that. He doesn't have any neck articulation or anything, but he does have these large shoulder joints. You can spread the hand this far. You can rotate it a full 360 degrees. And you also get articulation near the elbow. This is just a single joint, so you can bend up until here. And he has wrist joint here, so you can rotate the hand. I'm sorry, it's getting defocused. So there's the hand ankle joint, wrist joint. You can rotate it, and you can also move it from up and down. So that is good. Killer Croc has a joint here near the chest. Can you crunch? He can bend forward this much, not too much. He can bend backwards a little bit. So you do have motion here, but I wouldn't say it's phenomenal or anything. It's just there. And he has articulation near the waist, so you could move the waist from side to side. You can rotate that. That's good. His legs, you can move them wide this far. You can move it in the front this far. You can move it in the back this far. So the leg isn't too bad. The knee joint, I think it is a double joint. I can see both the joints there. Yes, it is a double jointed knee. So the hand could have used that, but we only get a double jointed knee here. And we also get articulation near the feet. You can rotate his foot, and you also get toe articulation. Now it's time to see if it actually is glow in the dark or not. So let's take the lights out. Wow, it actually is glow in the dark. My camera isn't being able to capture it because it's basically pitch black here in the room. But the figure, it is glowing. The entire body is glowing, the hand, even the head, but my camera is being able to capture the torso region mostly because that's where the paint is concentrated heavily, I think. So the torso is glowing profusely, but I can see with my naked eye that the entire figure actually glows, even on the back. I'm sorry, I'm not being able to show you because it's so dark. And even the display base and the card base, both of them also glow. You cannot see that though, that's a shame. Let's check how large this Killer Croc figure is. It stands exactly 9¼ inches tall. So here is Killer Croc next to some Batman figures. This one is the one that I recently reviewed, the Batman vs. Bane 2-pack from the Nightfall comics. This one is 3 Jokers Batman, and this is the Dark Knight trilogy movie Batman. Unfortunately, I don't have the Arkham Asylum or the Arkham City Batman here, so I have to compare it with the other Batman. So all of these are 7-inch scale, and I think they look great with this Killer Croc. Even if you don't have the Arkham Asylum Batman, you could do some photos and some cool poses with the other Batman in your collection. And here is Killer Croc next to 2 other large figures. This one is a Marvel Select Hulk. and this one is also from the Nightfall comics, Batman vs. Bane 2-pack. Now, this is a separate lineup, so let me get rid of this, but I just wanted to show the size difference between a large Marvel Select figure and Megafig from McFarlane. But these are both Mega figures, and Bane is standing a little bit wider than Killer Croc, it seems, at least to my naked eye. So both the figures, they are large, but the one thing that Bane is really good at is it has better articulation than Killer Croc. Killer Croc's articulation is kind of limited. Both are mega figs, but both do not have the same kind of articulation. So we are at the end of this video. Thank you for watching this far. I have shown you the unboxing, I have shown you the details, the sculpt, the articulation of this Killer Croc. Now it is time to give a verdict. Now, I must admit I am biased in this regard because I am a big fan of large figures, mega figures, anything that has a large build or it's heavy plastic. I am a fan of these things. So automatically I'm really liking this Killer Croc, and I've always wanted this. So it was a thrill for me to finally have it in my collection. And it also makes it even sweeter deal because it's a limited edition from McFarlane. So these are the reasons why I really like it. But I also must acknowledge that despite the great sculpt, the great paint details, overall look and feel, it has its limitation. The articulation is very, very limited, especially in the head and near the torso. So there is so much to be desired in terms of articulation. But if you do not bother about the articulation, then I think you will be really satisfied with how it looks and how it feels. And I think it will go really well in your collection if you wanted to have an Arkham Asylum collection on your display shelf. So I would like to recommend this. I am going to give this a 3.5 stars out of 5. I have tried to not be biased. I wanted to give it higher, but I do acknowledge that there are limitations to this figure. So do let me know in the comments section whether you agree with me or whether you disagree with me. I would like to hear what you think. And if you could please hit the thumbs up button, that could really motivate me. And if you could subscribe, that would be really very helpful, because I'm a new YouTuber and these things motivate me a lot. So I'll upload some new videos soon. I hope I will see you there. Until then, take care, and I will see you next time.